Here and for another update to the Jonbenet case. I found out some interesting things, but before I get into anything, got to do my disclaimer. So, just want to let you know that this video is for entertainment purposes only and for educational, and by no means should any of this information that I'm about to cover in this video be taken as fact. Okay? So, what I found out is actually really interesting and sad at the same time. Um, I was actually just kind of randomly going through some stuff this morning and actually found out that there was a 911 call made from the Ramsey house on December 23rd, 1996. According to the information, the police showed up and there was like a really huge party going on at the Ramsey house. Somebody had answered the door. It wasn't Patsy or John. Apparently, it was one of the guests, and they would not allow the police to come in to check to see, what was going on and the reason for the 911 call. Apparently, the person at the door just basically said, just blew it off, saying, "Well, one of the people there accidentally called 911 because they were trying to get some medication or something like that for a family member or something. I don't know." But anyway, so and then, as we know, poor Jonbenet was found on the morning or the afternoon of the 26th, December 26th, 1996. Now, the interesting stuff is that I found out is that the timeline between supposedly what the coroner said was in between possibly 10 p.m. on the 25th or 6 a.m. on the 26th. I think I said that right. But anyway, and so during that time, just like I said, it did some investigation. So they're basically saying that during that time, the body would have been kind of like they call it a fresh state. So it was basically be that, there was no smell or anything like that. And that it doesn't actually do that. It usually stays that way in that state for about 2 days. Then after that, it goes to a putrefaction state, which is the body starts to smell. And that's when it has breakdown of the internal organs and the body basically starts outgassing. I don't mean to get gross or anything, but that's what happens to us all, okay? And there was actually a detective. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I probably will. It was a detective Arden, something like that. If somebody knows how to pronounce his name, please say so in the comments below. But anyway, he had actually stipulated and made it in a report that the body actually had a distinctive smell to it. Okay. So that would mean, and once again, this is just opinion. There's no fact based this on or anything like that. But from what my research indicates, that Jonbenet could have actually been dead for more than 3 days. Now that kind of lines up with that party because the party was actually, on the 23rd, so that would have been 3 days ago. And once again, this is just my opinion. Okay, there's no facts to back this up. My opinion is that possibly that John and Patsy knew that Jonbenet had been murdered or unalived, actually, and that she was down there, and that because obviously he did know that she was there because when Fleet White and him were doing the looking around, once the detective, I guess John was being all fidgety and stuff, and the detective said, go do something, go see if you can find some evidence. Why they sent him to do that is beyond me. But anyway, so he goes right to the room, opens the door before the light is even turned on. He said, "I found her," and Fleet White even admitted this and was a witness to that. And I mean, I don't know how dark that room was, but I mean, to actually just open the door and say, "Here she is," I mean, that's kind of odd. But the my speculation is that he already knew she was down there, and that possibly when Patsy actually came down on the morning of the 26th, she probably started noticing the smell started coming from the basement. And so they didn't want to alarm anybody as to what was going on. So they did this elaborate thing as far as covering up, what had happened and everything like that. And so, and I don't know how true this is, but there was actually another thing that I seen that the 911 operator had stipulated that before Patsy had hung up, that she distinctly heard Patsy say, "Okay, now what?" Just like I said, I have no validity to that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just wanted to kind of mention that. So, um, but that was some interesting stuff that I kind of found out that doesn't really fit with the timeline as far as like, um, her being alive and that kind of stuff. So, um, I don't. Everybody, makes their own opinion. Just like I said, I'm not here to sway anybody, but I'm just letting you know what I found out in my investigation and my research and everything. So um, just kind of go according to whatever you feel. And everybody have a wonderful day. And please like and subscribe and let me know if you still want to see this kind of content. And we'll see you on the next one.